A medical breakthrough that may have saved a baby's life. And scientists are saying it could eventually treat millions. KJ Muldoon was born with a rare, dangerous genetic disease, but is now thriving after receiving custom gene editing therapy. He is the first to be successfully treated with this specific gene editing technique. And researchers are really excited about what this could mean for the future of treating genetic diseases. A pioneering gene editing therapy has given 9-month-old KJ Muldoon a new chance at life, and it could change the future of medicine.
It's all been a miracle, and that's the only way to describe it.
KJ was born with a rare disorder that causes dangerous levels of ammonia to build up in the blood, causing brain damage or even death.
Unfortunately, about 50% of babies pass away from this disease in the first week of life.
Instead of a high-risk traditional treatment, doctors at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia tried something never done before: customized gene editing. KJ's disease was caused by a single genetic mistake, one letter in his DNA out of place. Doctors had to find a way to fix that error without affecting the rest of his genome.
He has one particular misspelling in one particular place, one letter that's unique to him.
After 6 months of developing the treatment, doctors gave KJ his first infusion in February.
By the next day, he was up laughing, looking around, seeing what was going on. Very nosy, wanting to know what was going on, playing with his toys like nothing ever happened.
KJ is now gaining weight and hitting developmental milestones, but doctors warn it's still too early to know the full impact.
There's some early signs of benefit. I think we need more time to fully understand those signs.
If successful, this could open the door for treating other genetic diseases, including cystic fibrosis, sickle cell, and Huntington's. And joining us now to talk more about this gene editing therapy is Dr. Jessica Shepard, who is a gynecologist and chief medical officer at Dr. Shepard. It is so great to have you here to talk about this.
Yeah, I think that this is such wonderful innovation in medicine. And not only that, it's highly personalized. So when we think of CRISPR technology, this is something that we see that they actually developed in a record amount of time to be able to help KJ. And so what it is, it's looking at DNA and how all of us have specific DNA genes and being able to edit the ones that may cause some deficiencies, which is what we saw here with KJ. So the fact that they were able to do that and give him his first infusion within first 6 months of life is actually phenomenal. And the ability for him now to be thriving, and for this disease, which typically has about a 50% fatality rate, or like we heard, a liver transplant, which both of those were pretty bleak when we think of those outcomes. So what we're seeing here is that they were able to come up with it fast. It was very personalized, it's only for him and his deficiency. And we're going to be able to start to see this in other diseases, which typically have a lot of maybe drugs or fatality rates. So this is where we want to be able to see the innovation of medicine being highly personalized, but this is an amazing story.
And let's talk about what this means for other diseases. What does the breakthrough mean for future? You mentioned this was just for KJ's specific case. So what does it mean for treating other rare genetic diseases?
Now, what they are trying to do, scientists are actually trying to look at a whole host of diseases where they can come up with an editing process to look at the DNA and being able to fix those small little areas in the DNA that can actually be for a host of different diseases. Now, that will obviously take some time, but instead of being able to do it just per person or just per individual for their disease, being able to take it and extract it and be able to help a whole host of deficiencies that we see, say, in maybe sickle cell, which impacts so many people. But we know that through their life, they have so many kind of setbacks when they go to the hospital, being admitted. And this is something that can follow them throughout their entire life and also shorten their lifespan. So if we're able to see this type of innovation for a host of diseases, you can therefore impact a whole community and a lot of people.
All right, we'll have to watch and see where this therapy goes. Dr. Jessica Shepard, thank you so much.